Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video on sports. And I just want to talk about this Booger McFarland situation. And he sounded like a complete idiot. I don't like his approach. A lot of people had a problem with his approach. And it just was offensive. And I'm sick and tired of our African American journalists and sportscasters getting on the set or getting before the audience or writing papers as if they're not part of the community. You know, you never hear the President of the United States get on stage and say, okay, what you people of the United States need to do. He gets up there and it's all inclusive. It says we as a people, what we need to do. And for you to get up there and get on Dwayne Haskins' case like that was uncalled for, man. That's just my opinion, which I'm entitled to. And you know, that was just wrong, bro. For you to get on set and kick him and then kick all the other quarterbacks that are of African American descent as if we have a problem. When the fact of the matter is, you take a 20 to 30-year-old male in any race, don't care what race it is, and they're still young men. They're gonna do things. They're gonna make bad decisions. They're gonna make good decisions, and that's just the way it is with that age group. So for you to make him look like he's a villain or just some kind of terrible human being, or just because he doesn't get it or whatever you want to call it, that's just completely wrong. All these guys that come into the league, even the worst of the worst quarterbacks, is probably better than a whole lot of other quarterbacks that are out here that would even try out for the NFL. That's why you have quarterbacks on the practice squad. That's why you have third string quarterbacks. But for you to bash him like that and to bring up names of some of the other quarterbacks that have failed in the league, that's just ridiculous. I mean, certain teams have certain situations where if they don't have an offensive line, I don't care who you put back there, they're going to fail. If you don't have receivers capable of catching the ball, whoever you put in there is going to fail. So, you know, for you to jump down his throat like that, you know, and go off on him like that, that was uncalled for, man. And I think you owe us an apology. You owe the community an apology. You know, I'm just tired of them. Tired of all the commentators and journalists getting on air and just, you know, speaking in third person as if they're not, you know, of African American heritage. You know, it's just pissed me off. I didn't want to go there, but you know, he caused me to. I think that was just the straw that broke the camel's back with that. Just these journalists speaking in third person, or, you know, well, you know, African American quarterbacks, or, well, you know, African American this, or even our leaders doing the same thing. Instead of just being inclusive and saying we as a people or we as players have to do better and respect the opportunities that are given to us. You could say it like that, but to make it seem as that you're not part of the community, that's kind of getting old, and we're getting sick and tired of that. You know, Stephen A. Smith, he does it sometimes too, but you know, he doesn't do it with the blatant disrespect that you had, Booger McFarland. You know, so I think you need to come and apologize to your community for what you did. That was uncalled for. And you know, I think we need to start counseling some of these journalists and some of these sportscasters that get out there and start speaking in that manner. You know, I really didn't want to go there, but it was just one of those things that I saw that got to me. And it was like, hey, wait a minute here. You know, you don't take your child outside and chastise him or punish him in the midst of his friends, you know, or in the midst of his, you know, enemies. You don't do that. And You know, we got to do a better job as far as keeping things that are in house, so to speak. You know, I know this is just kind of controversial, but I'm just calling it for what it is. You know, we got to do better than this, and we got to be inclusive, because if we go for success, you know, we're all inclusive then, but when it goes to failure, we address it as them and not us. So that's just my rant there about the Booger McFarland situation, and yeah, we just gotta do better than that. I mean, his co-host or the other people on the panel were looking at him, you know, with the jaws dropped. It's like, wow, you went there, man. You know, but yeah, we can't tolerate this much longer, and we won't tolerate this much longer from you journalists and sportscasters out there throwing everyone under the bus and acting as if you're different, you know, or like you're of a different race. I'm not trying to stir the pot here, but we just have to call that out for what it was. It was truly tasteless, and like I said, you know, Dwayne Haskins wasn't winning an MVP this year, that's for sure. But you know, these guys are young men. Doesn't matter their race. Like I said, you know, 20 to 30-year-old males gonna do what 20 to 30-year-old males do. Some are gonna do it a little bit more excessively. But for you to talk about him as if he went out there and committed a murder or something like that, that just wasn't fair to him. It wasn't fair to the community. It wasn't fair to the athletes that are out here trying and doing everything that they can do and doing the best that they're able to do. So, just would like to see you apologize, man. Other than that, you folks have a great day.